on the winning side of it. You know, I think everyone got what they wanted out of that, you know. But I feel good physically, just my eyes, I guess it's a little swollen, but like my hands, everything's good, you know. So.
Yeah. And I know obviously it was the violence we expected, but was there anything that surprised you about just how it played out?
Oh, no, yeah, I thought I was going to get into my rhythm earlier. I really did, man. I really thought I was going to get into my rhythm earlier. He backed away. He was good at, he was pretty evasive. I thought we were going to stand. I really did. I thought we were going to fucking stand. I thought I was going to be able to come in with, like real snappy 1-2s, like, pop, you know, but every time, like, I went to load up, I kind of load up on my jab, and he was gone. So, yeah, I wasn't able to get into my rhythm right off the bat. You know, I got takedown right away. So, awfully not even a good shot. You know, so I was like, all right, I can wrestle. If I need to wrestle, I can wrestle. You know what I mean? So I established that, and I think that helps too. Like when the guy knows that you can take him down if you want, I think that goes a long way. You know.
Yeah, like you mentioned, we saw you wrestling. We saw some jiu-jitsu from you. We saw you throw, obviously, a pretty nice head kick there.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the most complete performance of your career?
Yeah, I would say so. It's probably, yeah. I've never thrown a head kick before, and when I was on Team Turbo, Doc Turbo, Ross Levine, I trained with him for one camp, and now I'm fucking throwing head kicks. You know, it probably wasn't that pretty, but you know, I'm not like super flexible, so I have to like jump off the ground to do it. You know, but I'll work on that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for your first time.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, thanks.
If somebody had told you 5 years ago that you would be on CBS opening up in front of the fans here at the Forum, what would you have said?
Man. Well, you know, 5 years. I'll be so. When did that last fight? 2017. That was the 5 years ago. Then I didn't want it. Then like that's because I was doing so bad already. Like in that, I was already on that downward spiral that it turned me off to. Like I knew I didn't deserve to be here, so it made me like resent fighting because like I wasn't earning it. So then I didn't want it. So the 5 years I was like, fuck it. If you would have told me I'd be in CBS, but fuck that. I don't even want to fight. But 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Dude, if you told me that, asked me that question 2 or 3 years ago, I would have been. We talked about it in the room today before we came here. You know, I wanted to come back so bad. It seemed so far out of reach, so far. I was down I was down the worst fucking rabbit hole you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? And let me just silence this fucking thing. Sorry. Yeah, so, I would have, it was hard. It's been a long road, Nolan. It's been a fucking long road, man.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you, bro.
Brennan right here.
What's up, bro?
Question for you. You know, it takes a lot for a guy to really make Sabah Hamasi look like that after a fight. Talk to me about how you felt as you were just kind of rolling and throwing that whole fight. You know, that was a lot of output, a lot of shots thrown. And man, that was an impressive performance. So let me know how you felt as you were just kind of throwing and flowing in there, flowing and throwing. No,
I felt like I said it took me a little while to get into my rhythm. You know, he was a little more evasive than I thought he was gonna be. I really thought we were gonna kind of stand and trade, and I thought I was gonna be able to come right down the pipe with some shit. But I kind of had to chase him around a little bit. And then once I got it, once I felt what he had. You know what I mean? Like once I felt his kicks, and once I felt, not that he doesn't kick hard or hit hard, but I mean I associate getting leg kicked by this kid I got kicked by in the tournament. That's like those are the leg kicks that like I remember. You know what I'm saying? And that fucking kid hurt me with leg kicks back in the day. You know, so I'm like, oh fuck, leg kicks. But once I'm like, oh, like no one kicks like that kid I fought a long time ago. So once I felt his shit, I was like, all right, I'm good. And I saw him backing up. And after the second round, my coach was yelling at me to cut the cage off and stick jabs. I got a good jab, you know. Once I started using some real boxing and feinting, and you know, because I got a little bit of quickness, you know. Once I started really establishing the game plan that we talked about, it takes me a while to get my. I'm gonna get instant. I want to knock people out fast. So I'm like, fuck, I don't want to box. I want to bang. So yeah.
Thank you. And one more question for you. I've got a hell of a lot of people messaging me. I'm from Connecticut just as much as you, and I can't imagine how many messages you're getting. Yeah. But what do you have to say for all of our friends back home?
Stay warm. No. Thanks for everyone from Connecticut. You know, everyone who's had my back. You know, and everyone that's been rooting for me, man. To like even when I wasn't rooting for myself, man, people were rooting for me. You gotta get back in there, bro. Come on, you got this, man. You got it. You got the talent. You gotta get back in there. And I'm like, fuck, dude, fuck, it's too far gone. But everyone, they wanted me back, and so much encouragement, man. So much support. From a small state, small town that we're from, it's gnarly, dude. It's super gnarly. Yeah, thank you, man.
Hey, Brennan. You called out Dalton Rosta after your fight, and he took to social media and he said he accepted the fight. So is that?
Obviously it's up to Bellator. My coach is pissed at me. They want me to stand at 170, dude. He's like, you're not as big as you used to be. That fucking kid's way bigger than you and better looking and fucking more jacked. I'm like, fuck, dude, fuck. He's like, you're jealous of him. I'm like, nah, come on. Nah, dude, me and Dalton, we've been fucking poking at each other, dude. And would it be a fun super fight? I think it would be fun. Dude, come on. That would be a fun ass fight. I was bullshitting with his manager when I first came back. I said, dude, that dude is a younger version of me. He's a little more cut up and diesel than I was, dude, when I was at 85. But he reminded me just of me. And I'm like, yo, that would be such a fun fight. I don't fucking hate the guy. He don't hate me. He's better. He's good at the memes and shit. He makes funny ass fucking memes, dude. It gets under my skin. He knows he gets under my fucking skin. Calls me old and washed up and shit. I said I was knocking dudes out when you were in fucking middle school. Yeah, that's right. You're fucking old and washed. I was like, you fucking cocksucker. But it's all good, man. It's all good. If they want to make that fight, I'm obviously down for the fight. We've been chirping each other for a long time.
If you listen to your coaches and don't go up to middleweight, is there someone in the welterweight
division? I want to fight for the belt, man. I want to fight for the title. Man. Nobody brings it. No one in the whole division brings it like I do. No one in the promotion brings it like I do. What? Maybe the Pitbull brothers. Who else? Who else, dude? Who else? Who else brings it like I do? I got 100% finish rate. 100%, dude. Against some dudes that can crack too. You know what I mean? So.
Sure. Then finally for me, man, if there's somebody watching this right now and they want to get clean but they don't know how to, what's your message to them?
Just do it. Take the step. Just do it. Go to detox. Get it done. And then ride that grind out. The next, when you going to detox is the easy part. Go. It's the easy part. It's those next 6 months to a year, and you just got to get through it. And it's so hard. I know how fucking hard it is. Trust me, it's so hard. Just grind it out, and you'll be so happy you grinded it out. And it might take you a couple times. And if you trip and fall, don't beat yourself up, dude. I tried to get clean for 10 years. 10 years I tried to get clean for until I finally got clean. It's a process, man, and it's hard, and it's so hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. Dude, cage fighting is nothing compared to getting clean. Nothing, dude. It's nothing. So just, dude, take that step, go to detox, go to rehab, and then grind it out. And I tell everybody, if you need me, get at me in my inboxes, dude. I try to get back to everybody. My Instagram is crazy right now, but I try to get back to people, and I do get back to people. If you need me, I'm there. I got connections to all kinds of facilities,
Brennan, right here in the middle.
My man.
At the press conference on Wednesday,